the Galactic Federation of Light. Do not be fooled. The world around you has opportunities to explore the unknown. What is around every corner? You have to have a curious mind. Don't take things just as they are. You need to look deeper. So many people are too trusting and just go with what they are told. Don't you ever question anything? Do your research and uncover facts. The energy of today is that of betrayal. You are being betrayed by those that you watch on TV and your local governments. Don't believe everything you hear. Say, who is giving me this information? Why do they want me to hear this? Is it to benefit me? Is it to benefit them? There is a motive behind what you are watching. They want to pull you in, make you a believer. But you need to stand strong. Question what they are doing, and think for yourself. Having the ability to see through things is how you will survive. See the deception, see the controversy stirred up, and the outcomes. When they did this, this happened. Now watch, if they do that, that will happen. You will see the pattern. Don't let peer pressure get to you. Think for yourselves. The next wave of news may come too late. You may say, why didn't they tell me this already? You don't need to hear about the news after it happened. You need to be informed about future events. So, they keep you looking in reverse instead of planning for the future. No steps forward, 2 steps back. The TVs of today have built-in monitoring devices. Your moves are calculated, and reactions are gauged. This helps them know what the next move should be. If a story is too soft, they will know for next time. They have it calculated down to a science. You are the guinea pigs in their experiment. How do humans react? Very predictable. Studies will show that when you are sad you will buy more. You will exercise less. You will become more homebound. If you don't leave your house, then you can't contribute your light to the rest of the world. You stay demand stuck. It is all planned for you to stay small. Be sure to trust us, and we have seen this happen worldwide. Be sure to note that the studies have been conducted as far back as TV started. This is nothing recent. It's decades of information. Your homes are your safe haven from the storms, to comfort you, to provide for your resting place, and eating place, and bathing. Your homes have become nothing more than information booths. You give them so much information. They are tapping into every device nowadays, and it is not just your resting place anymore. Limit your exposure to high-tech unnecessary devices that take away from the original idea of a home. Go back to the basics. Make your home your getaway from it all place. Your place to rest your head after a day's energy spent. The technology today is modifying the way humans work. More can get done from home and more electronics are needed to be productive. Take time to unplug items at the end of the workday. So much electronics limits the creative thought process. Time is spent with electronics, and not with family members, or creative pursuits. Pretend like you are grounded, and you have to entertain yourself with your own imagination. The outside world wants you to come outside. It wants you to enjoy trees, and grasses, and birds and flowers. The TV is deceptive, nature is loving. Your cell phone is draining you, while the earth will restore you. It has been a pleasure speaking with you on this topic, and we want you to take it to heart. We are the Galactic Federation of Light, and we protect you, and love you, and watch over you. Our paths will cross at the precise time it is meant to. We wish you to take these words and see where you can make changes. You have been advised of the true deceit of TV, and the dangers of electronics. We will repeat this message until progress is being made. We will keep you prepared for energy rising and vibrations aligning. Our duty is to love you, and we honor the chance to do so. As your frequency changes. As our frequency changes, a new world will emerge. This transition to a higher dimensional way of being is the 3D to 5D shift. It requires that we shift our thinking to a higher vibrational frequency from mind-centered thinking to heart-centered knowing. They call it awakening. But really it's remembering, a deep wordless knowing. that rises from within. It's not something you learn but something you have always embodied. All memories are stored in the soul's imprint, beyond time, beyond logic. Wisdom from lifetimes encoded in your energy. In dreams and in déjà vu. In the quiet moments when the noise fades, activation of remembrance is why some truths feel so familiar the first time you hear them, why certain symbols, sounds, or places stir something ancient in you. Not all transformation looks dramatic. Most of it is cellular, silent, subtle, but no less powerful. The most important shifts often happen when it feels like nothing is working. Because that's when the old system within begins to dissolve. Not mistaking stillness for stagnation, or mistaking quiet for failure. You are in the moment between timelines. The breath before the leap. If it feels like nothing is happening, this is a strong sign that shifts are occurring behind the scenes. Growth is messy. It loops, spirals, and stings. You're not ever failing. You're peeling back layers. For some ascending that feel frustrated in certain parts of their awakening journey, you are not stuck. You are in the quiet part, the part where everything starts to shift within. You might not see it yet, or all at once. You might feel at times like the momentum slowed down or disappeared, but underneath the surface, something greater is recalibrating. Human beings are not meant to be doing machines. If you have been feeling tired, stuck, uninspired recently, it's not because something is wrong with you. You were not divinely created to wake in fear, or with dread. To measure your worth by output, or spend your days surviving routines that strip the essence of the soul. For those that feel like your life doesn't reflect who you really are at this point in life, that's not failure. That's evidence that you are remembering. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are not ungrateful. You are simply sensitive to misalignment. You are not stuck forever. Your current reality is not your final form. You are not late. You are not lost. You are remembering and waking up to the truth. Humanity were taught to call exhaustion in self normal. To silence the aches and pains. To press on. But that ache, that pain is sacred. It is the soul's calling of what needs to be consciously recognized. Reality doesn't respond to what you want. It mirrors who you are. The universe isn't reacting to your desires. It's reflecting your frequency. We are not passive observers. We are transmitters, projectors. Reality isn't out there. It's unfolding from within. Why visualizing a new life doesn't always change your current one. Because your system isn't just listening to your words, it's vibrating to your field. The ego is a tool, it just needs to be aligned, not erased. A healthy ego serves your soul, while a distorted ego serves only illusions and fear. You manifest what matches your nervous system baseline. What you have practiced. What your energy believes is real. Not what you hope for, but what you inhabit and embody. When things don't seem to be shifting, ask, what part of me doesn't believe this is possible? What fear am I still building around? What version of me is this desire assigned to? You don't create by wishing, you create by becoming, and when your being holds the frequency of truth, reality bends to meet it. Resistance isn't the problem, it's the portal. What you're pushing against might be the very doorway you're meant to walk through. Most people fear resistance. We may take it as a sign to stop. But resistance is sacred. It's where your system is trying to hold the old reality together. When something inside you resists change, it's not trying to ruin your progress. It's trying to protect you from the unknown. The greater the change you're stepping into, the louder the resistance becomes. The reason why is because you're leaving the terrain your nervous system calls safe. The moment you stop making resistance wrong, it begins to dissolve. It's not a wall. It's a signal. And it's pointing you exactly where to go. Recognizing where resistance is showing up the strongest in life, consciously exploring what it is pointing towards. The nervous system holds time differently. Safety doesn't come from age, it comes from permission. Permission to soften, to open, to feel, and to finally rest. Not everything that asks for your energy deserves it. Your power is sacred, guard it with intention. Energetic clutter within and without will scramble the nervous system. You thrive in stillness, not chaos. You are not starting from zero, you are returning. Reconnecting. Reclaiming what has always been yours. This is the great remembering, and your soul has been waiting for it. Healing isn't linear. It's cyclical, and the moment you feel safe you shift conscious timelines. You don't heal the past by reliving it. You heal the past by finally becoming the one who was missing all along, yourself. You don't need to be perfect to ascend. Being spiritual doesn't mean you stop feeling. True growth is learning to feel everything without letting it control you. Your human is sacred too. It's never too late to become the true self. There is no deadline for becoming real. All are always welcome to return home to who they truly are. Ascension is not escape, it's not about floating away from Earth. Real ascension is integration, grounding your higher self into the physical body, and living with awareness in this reality. In loving and devoted ascension service. By ascension lightworkers, the Arcturians, become masters of your heart connection and take your place. It is my pleasure to join you. I speak from the planet Arcturus. We come to bring you the highest level of healing, upliftment, and joyful communion with the higher realms, that you may act as transmitters of the higher frequencies that are available through embodied form for each one of you in your respective places on the earth. Allow yourselves to receive the words we are speaking, but surely more than that, the essence of our presence, the heartfelt opening to your connection as a starseed, whether that was within our realm or others. We offer you a hand and extend a welcome in brother and sisterhood to the galactic community. It is our privilege to be invited to share a message of peace and love. There are many in waiting, and what are they waiting for? They're waiting for a signal, a clear marking of the turn of this stage in the evolution of your planet. This hesitancy comes from thinking that there is something more that they must know, feel, or be sure about, in order to move forward to create what they have come here to do. And this hesitancy is causing limitation in the ability to renew the planetary resources, to contribute to the shift in the way in which each soul has desired to do so. And so we are here to say that the message is clear, it is time. There's no need for any more waiting for any of you. For any who are hearing this message, let this be the call to step forward. You do not need to know more, to do more, to be more, to step into your power, and to stand as sentinel in the place in which you live, for the light. It may be represented in many forms and shapes and dimensions, but let us be clear, the time is now. And let that mean what it does to you individually, in terms of the nuances of what your next steps are. You each have your unique path, and unique desires of your heart, which are seeking to be born into fruition in this lifetime. And many of you, including this channel, are at times caught in fear of a variety of common entrapments that humans face. Whether that is financial, whether that is the clarity you're seeking, whether you think you are unworthy at times, or simply concerned that you must have more preparation. All these things are holding you back. We ask you to set them aside, to take a giant leap of faith. Allow yourself to recognize and feel your worthiness, to play these roles, to step into that opportunity that has been calling to you from deep within to take your place. Each of you have the capacity to know what this is, where it will be, and how to do this, but it requires the mastery of heart connection within your own being. You must be tethered to your truth, to your divine nature, to listening deep within you on a daily basis in order for this to occur. That is one of the most significant factors in this hesitation that is occurring for many on your planet, the unwillingness, perhaps, or reticence or interference in some way that prevents you from taking your life in your hands and making space to do this exact practice, the art of interconnection, the art of true listening. Just today, this channel experienced this when she took a walk. Something came to her awareness which has been making an attempt to peek through, to resolve an aspect of her life and experience. But until that realization could find the space to become present within her consciousness, it was holding her back, and she felt within her being The relief at this knowledge that emerged by simply walking quietly through her neighborhood. There is no need to be a master meditator, or spend hours on end in silence in order to do this listening. But there must be space, in a regular fashion, where it is not filled with thoughts, anxieties, worries, concerns, judgments. The consumption of media, even books, and sometimes music, interfere with this. Allow yourself the gentle receptivity that nature offers you by simply being within her realm. This is where most of you have the easiest access to the truth, and you could not spend too much time in nature and your lives. From our perspective, it is one of the things that is sorely missing that affects the joy and happiness of so many globally, the disconnected from your beautiful planet Earth, who is your source and supply of such a multitude of gifts to each one of you. Recognize her love for you. Recognize her as a source of sustenance, encouragement, and deeply loving presence in your lives. She is there to stand as witness, as you look within, and holds the space for this access. She is in deep devotion to each one of you, or she would not still be in the state she is in, while you struggle to step forward and join her in co-creating the reality that you all desire deeply to do together. She awaits with an open heart to meet you, to help you, to fill your place, to find the joy that awaits you in that stepping forward. This is our gift to you, a reminder of the powerful presence of Mother Nature in your lives and connecting you to your own truth and essence. We are the Arcturians. We offer this in devotion to all humankind, using your mistakes as fuel for growth. Lately I've been studying the game of chess, and while I'm still very much a beginner and not good at the game, it's been teaching me a lot about the learning process. One of the best lessons is that my mistakes fuel the engine of my growth as a player. This applies, of course, to everything we're doing in life. When we're in a learning or growth process, we're inevitably going to mess up. If we aren't making some mistakes, we're probably not growing, because we're doing something we're already good at. Let's take a few examples. Learning a language, if you're getting every sentence correct, you're only speaking the sentences you already know. It's when you start to forget words or phrases that you're pushing into territory you don't know. And those forgotten or mangled words or phrases will show you what you've forgotten, so you can study and practice, and eventually incorporate it into your known territory. Forming a new habit. If you do the habit perfectly, it was probably a bit too easy for you, and that's not a bad way to start. It's when you struggle a bit with the habit that you're going into the discomfort zone and really growing. And the struggles will illuminate the areas you need to grow and what you need to learn. Taking on a meaningful project. Some projects are easy, and you can knock them out in a few days. But longer-term projects that have some challenge to them will show us where our inner resistance is, and teach us something about ourselves. Not how am I crappy, but rather, where do I get caught up in worrying about my self-image, or what can I learn about my motivation? These examples aren't exhaustive. This idea applies to learning how to be a rock climber, or any other sport, getting better at dealing with conflict, or any relationship aspect, public speaking, growing your business, studying something in school, and much more. What are you trying to grow in, as a person right now? What are you trying to learn? Let's look at how to use these mistakes to fuel your growth. A positive view of mistakes. The first thing we need to do is examine our view of our own mistakes. I notice for myself that I find mistakes in chess embarrassing. And if I look in other areas, I notice that embarrassment too. I want to hide the mistakes from others because I see them as embarrassing. As long as we hold this view, it will be difficult to use them to improve because we think we shouldn't be making them. If that's true, we probably don't really want to look at them closely. It can be too painful. I encourage you to take the view that a mistake teaches you something. It illuminates the path for you. Mistakes are also an integral part of learning. You can't learn without them. No one learns without mistakes, not even experts. Finally, mistakes can even be fun. If we take the attitude of I'm going to play around with this, and see if this works, and try this out, and see how this goes, then it becomes like an experiment or playground. That's so fun. A method for using your mistakes to grow. Okay, with this view of mistakes, let's look at how we can use them to grow. Here's what you might try. Give it your best attempt. Whether you're trying something challenging in a language or sport, or trying your best at a project or habit change, give it your best shot. That means don't do it mindlessly, but instead give it your whole effort with full attention. You can grow if you try to take the easy way, but you'll grow exponentially more if you put a good effort into it. Make a note of your mistakes. In chess, I've been keeping a log of mistakes I make in games. This gives me something to reflect on and to grow. Most people want to brush past their mistakes, again, because of embarrassment, but it really helps to take a closer look at them. Reflect on the mistakes. If you have a coach or teacher, reflect on the mistakes with them, because it can help a lot. But if not, that's okay. Take some time, a couple times a week, or more if you have time, to reflect on what you can learn from these mistakes. What do they illuminate? What's a new thing you can try? If you forgot something, study those things you forgot. Try again, with intention. Give it another good effort, but with the intention to practice the thing you studied, or the new way you want to try. Don't expect perfection, but just try to be intentional. Over time, this step will lead to expansion. Repeat. You'll stumble a lot, but that's okay. Keep going. If you use this process regularly, you will grow. Source: arrayoflight.com. The other videos are in the English video playlist. Help me spread the light. Click like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.